Welcome back to Steve's Small Engine Saloon.
All right, I have 3 different chainsaw chain files right now, and I just got a new digital microscope. When I first started looking under these with a microscope, I was absolutely fascinated. I hope you're going to be as fascinated as I am, because I've never seen anything like this before. All 3 of those files, they're all 316 files, and they are all brand new, have never touched a chain. Oh yeah, what's that for? Yeah, I'll show you that in a second. Let's start with this file right here. It's a Baco file. I think I'm pronunciating that properly. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, here we go, under the microscope. Now, as you see me rolling that around a bit, now pay attention to the left-hand side there, right where it matches the white background, and you can really see those cutters. Now, what that reminded me of, actually, when I first saw that, it reminded me of human hair. Here's a picture under a microscope of a human hair. You see how it goes one way? Those are called cuticles on a human hair. They go one direction, and I think that's why they call it squeaky clean with your hair. When you get out of the shower, you take your hair and you grab it and pinch it, and then you slide it like this through your fingers, and it goes squeak, right? And you'll notice that if you pull your hair out like that and then squeak it backwards towards your head, it won't squeak, because one way it's going against the grain of those cuticles, and the other way it's going with the grain of those cuticles. It's the same as a chainsaw file. It only cuts one direction because those cutters are facing one direction. They're all, in this picture right here, they're all facing upwards. It's clear on this file. That just looks to me like a very sharp chainsaw chain file. Now we're going to look at the other two. The other two are, it's a stihl file and an organ file. We're going to look at those two, but just so you know, that Baco file right there, because it actually ended up being the sharpest looking one, I'm going to show you at the later on in the video. I'm going to file this chain on my chainsaw right here. I'm going to file it incorrectly, and I'm going to show you how you can damage a chainsaw chain file by doing it wrong. So wait for that too. Let's get into the next one that we're going to do. Let's go with the stihl file next. That's the stihl file. All right, look at this. Now again, pay attention to the left side there where it meets the white background. Oh man, I mean, look at that. That's not even, it doesn't even look like a sharp file at all. And that is brand new. I actually have a box full of these, and I couldn't believe it with the stihl file actually. I actually took 3 or 4 of them out of the box and looked at them. They all look like this, brand new. It just doesn't look sharp, does it? Kind of confused me because I use stihl files all the time. Okay, let's look at the organ file. Same thing. Right on that left-hand side there with the white background, it just does not look like it's sharp compared to the Baco file, does it? So there is a difference in chainsaw files, but most people don't know that because they don't have a microscope. Hey, by the way, I do have some links underneath this video in the description and in the pinned comment. I'll show you the link if you want to look at this little microscope and look at some files and stuff. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you this. Yeah, let's use the Baco file again. And I'm going to file this chainsaw wrong. Let me just put a little mark on one side here, just so I know what side I'm doing it wrong on. All right. Now, we all know, most of us know that when you file a chainsaw chain, you go one direction, it cuts forward. Those cutters have to go forward. If you pull it backwards, it does nothing because it's going with the grain of those cutters now. So what I'm going to do is do what a lot of people do. Instead of going forward and cutting that tooth, and then you're supposed to lift it up and then bring it back and put it down Okay, that's exaggerating. Okay, I understand that. That's exaggerating. You just have to put pressure on it forward, and then you take the pressure off to pull the file backwards so you're not flattening out and smushing those cutters down. Some people just rub a file on there. And so I'm going to do that right now, right on that little mark. See, you can hear it dragging backwards? That's damaging the cutters. And I'm going to show you under the microscope. That's probably enough. All right, let's have a look at that. Okay, right there's the good side, and then we roll it around. Now look at that. That side where I just dragged that file back a few times is smashed down. All those cutters are flattened down and they're destroyed. I just destroyed that file, and I didn't even sharpen one tooth, and that file is junk now. So that is very important. That is why you want to file your chain properly. Hey, and by the way, on that note, I actually have a really thorough video on sharpening a chain. It takes you through all this kind of stuff, everything you need to know. I'll put a link in the description and the pinned comment for that. Also, if you want to check out that video. Not only filing it backwards like that damages the cutters on that file, also if you just take that file and throw it in your toolbox and it's rattling around, it's rubbing up against other files, those cutters can also get damaged just from that. So this is what I do. That is a drinking straw, paper drinking straw in this case. And look at how that fits in there. Now it's a little protective case. Throw that in your toolbox, let it roll around all you want. It protects the cutters, and then there you go. Okay, so thank you very much again for tuning in to Steve's Small Engine Saloon. Hey, maybe this is the first time you've ever seen one of my videos, and I'm going to put a link for you in the description to my playlists. I have just over 300 videos. Some of them are very informative. Some are just goofing around. So check that link out again. Get back to my playlist. Maybe you'll learn some more stuff. And hey, wouldn't hurt if maybe you liked this video, found it as fascinating and as cool and as fun as I did. Maybe give me that thumbs up button. Only if you want to, though. Hey, everybody. Till the next video. Cheers. Steve out.